Welcome back to News Insight. Okay, for Natasha Akpabio, all the matter seems to not die down, especially even the River State issue. I knew the River State issue was not going to die down. The same way that of Natasha has not gone unnoticed in recent time. Now, Natasha told us that before he went to Kogi, he already reported to the police that there was a plan to assassinate her. Now she made it known on the ground of the campaign, of the homecoming, and Akpabio wrote the police and said, it's defamation, please sue her for me. So the IG of police set up a committee to look at these allegations and see how to go about it. How do you see these issues? Okafo.
Okay, we know if it is a civil matter, yes. Police has no say on it, So, but when it comes to a crime, it is not in the instance of even the person that reported the matter to drop it. People don't know that. Maybe when the case is just minor, police go say, okay, I'm not gonna go home.
Yes.
But the truth remains that if it is a crime, it has a crime element. It is not at your instance to drop it.
It's not the Nigerian police.
It's not the Nigerian police versus the person that the alleged criminal. Do you understand? So the IGP taking the step, getting the investigation team together, moving forward to investigate the matter is the right thing to do. It shouldn't just die down because we want peace. Nigeria, we are tired of
let's just die down.
Yeah,
we want peace.
We just want the politicians to concentrate on delivering
on governance.
Yes, on governance, so that let the people benefit. But in this case, it's not an instance of even Natasha to say, okay, it's all right, I don't want problem anymore. No, because your life was in danger. We don't even know whether it's still in danger. So the police have to retire that investigation out. But Nigerians are much more interested on the outcome. They don't want it to remain in the pipeline, the end of the tunnel being beyond 2027. They want the end of the tunnel now, and they want to see the light. If the light sheds, this allegation is unfounded, the people want to be sure the police did their job. If they say, okay, I think there is something to investigate, they may need to call the Senate President, they might need to call Yahaya Bello, they might even need to call the governor. Though unfortunately you can't prosecute the governor. Maybe a witness.
But you can still hear from
maybe hear from like a witness or something, because you can't prosecute, or everybody, even the Senator Asokwa that was mentioned. Eventually the police, they know what to do. But Nigerians are just interested on the outcome, and Nigerians want to be sure that justice is served done.
Because after that time, Natasha's country home,
because one of the things she alleged when she made the statement on her visit was that the killing should not be done in Abuja.
It should be done
in her village. And weeks or days, even days thereafter, there was there was a confirmed incident in her family house in the village where people had to destroy property. But unfortunately, she wasn't there, and she's still alive.
Okay, on the Natasha case, it keeps just rolling fire. Number one, the court process that's supposed to have been on is not on. I don't know what the judiciary are doing about that on her recall. But now what we're talking about is the libel case. Don't also forget that there's a suit also. Is it a suit or a complaint by Yahaya Bello to the IGP? That one is still on board. I don't know if this if the investigation is.
That's why we talked about it before that Yahaya Bello should have just gone to court.
All right.
Okay, well, it's a good thing that the Inspector General of Police have decided finally to set up a team to investigate this issue. But my concern here is this. From what we read on different platforms, different news, the team is set up after Akpabio, also petitioned the IG that it's a defamation of his character, that the lady should be, the senator should be arrested and prosecuted. Now, somebody ran to the police first, complaining that people are after her life and she has evidence. The police did not set up investigating.
But it was not documented.
I don't understand what you mean by it was not documented.
It just gave police a foreknowledge that this is information coming to me. From what we know, we don't know if.
I think the entire investigation will come in.
Yes.
So what you're trying to tell me now is that if you go to the police this morning and say you saw some people carrying bombs or carrying guns heading toward Aso Rock, because you didn't write it down, police will not want to know if it's truth or lie. I don't understand.
It's a complaint.
What are you talking about? Something on social media everywhere. And she said it online. They didn't deny it.
No. Before she went,
it's a formal report.
Hold on. Before she went to Kogi State, that's okay.
She said she has reported.
She has reported. As at that time, it was not in the public knowledge.
Yes, certainly.
No,
Am I correct?
It was in the public knowledge before the police, whom the matter was reported to.
No. Police could have also been doing certain things
underground.
Yeah.
That we are not told.
I am talking based on what I have just read from Punch and different platforms that Akpabio, the police set up a team because Akpabio petitioned the IG. That is where I'm coming from. I'm not talking on personal ground. I'm talking on what is also in the media. Having said that, the issue of the police now investigating, just like he has rightly said again, if you look at it, she said she has it on good record that she was to be killed in her hometown, so that it will look as if it's from within or among her people. And she also said, after the attack, that she actually sent her younger brother home with team of some engineers and whatever to go check sites, where they're supposed to do some projects for a constituency. That means they thought she was actually in Kogi State at that time of the attack.
That's after the homecoming.
Yes. Just after the homecoming, her brother went with the consultants, for the project, and that is when it was, I think maybe that night or the following that the house was attacked. Probably the brother also was smart enough with the consultant, of course, not to sleep in the house. Probably they finished whatever they went to do and left that same day all for a hotel, and they didn't know. So what are we saying? It has become very important now for the police not just to do a very beautiful investigation, to be fast about it. We're talking about someone that said, I have an evidence that this man is after my life. You understand? And then the police has been involved. And this man is saying that I'm accusing him wrongly. So I don't think the materials they need is at their disposal, because everybody reported to the police, to the police. So they should do it quick and do it very clear so that we can get to the root.
Okafor, what do you think the police should do?
Good.
To maintain neutrality.
Good. They are not even the judge, so the issue of maintaining is to do their work well.
No, in the investigation.
I'm
talking about investigation.
Yes. Because first of all, let me see, their first assignment is to be able to separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yes.
They should be able to know the civil content of all these reports, both the one from Natasha, the one from Akpabio, the one from Yahaya Bello. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The civil content of issues of defamation of character, issues of people now start seeing me as this, those are civil matter. Then that my life is in danger, that the people are planning to commit murder against me is a criminal matter. Police should concentrate on that. People who think their name has been defamed by certain statements or whatever, Nigeria is not defamed.
Yes.
Nigeria police was not defamed.
Yes.
So Nigeria cannot take over your matter. You go to court to go and fight issue of your defamation of your character and leave our police resources for us, because they are limited. Our police resources are limited, both in finances, in number of personnel, and even in vehicles, everything. So that those things will be concentrated on fighting crimes. Don't go and use your political power. So I want the police to be able to separate this. Concentrate on the criminal content. Don't go helping individuals or any politician, whoever, in pursuing their civil matter. It is not of your place. That is not why Nigerians are paying you. Let us know if there were any intention, discussion, arrangement, even imagination that could be can be seen or understood by another person, communicated towards murdering or in any form harming Natasha physically.
Yeah.
That's what the people want to know. Other civil content of defamation of this or that,
should go to the court.
Get matter to court, pay your lawyer and go to the court.
Okay, on the issue of police, a little, because we want to see them do a thorough job in investigation and on both sides. The police is for everybody.
Certainly.
They are supposed to maintain what they call law and order. The police ought not to be invited if I'm having an approved rally by default, they should be there. Now, we've also seen cases where the police take sides with some political figures. For example, when they were doing an election in Rivers State, the local government election, they didn't appear because of taking sides. This case now, I don't know how much police was on ground during the homecoming of Natasha. What do you think police can do to maintain neutrality in most of these cases that are political?
Well, he has just said it, that there are civil and there are criminal matters. The police, either you like it or not, have a lot of police brothers, sisters, and friends. Nigerian police are very intelligent. They know they know their duties, they know their limit. It's our system. The entire problem is the system. But when police want to do what is actually their job, you don't teach Nigerian police job. When they go out to mix up with other foreign police, and they are being sponsored by the white people, and they are giving what the materials they need for their job, they always come out the top. So now that IG has set up a team, I want to, because this one again is something that the whole world is watching. I know the Nigerian police, I hope, and I know they will do what they should do professionally as they are trained to do and bring out a result that will also not indict them, that will not spoil their name, that a result that will be accepted by all professionally. I just see the Nigerian police doing something about this now. My only concern here, like we've said, is this: let it be done at the right time so that time will not take over events.
Now, I've always talked about that Akpabio should shift the sword and call for reconciliation. He's the one that has the power to call for a reconciliation between himself and Natasha and the whole house, that's the Senate chamber. Don't you think that's what he should go for instead of this matter just?
Yeah, like I said earlier, issues of dropping this case before the police.
Yes.
It's beyond Akpabio now.
Okay, now beyond that.
It's beyond Akpabio.
No, beyond that.
But now, on the reconciliation between
political
issue, whatever, yes, I mean, there's never a time that is bad, that is too soon for reconciliation. In anything, even in offices, in marriages, in anything, no time is too soon to reconcile differences. Because at the end of the day, the people you are serving are the one, okay, Senator Natasha's legislative duties are being impeded.
Yes.
It's being obstructed.
Yes.
She's not doing that.
The people are not being represented.
The people are not being fairly
zone.
represented.
Yes.
So how soon could they reconcile? That would be too soon. If Akpabio does that today, everybody will clap for him.
Yeah.
But issues of the murder, intention to commit murder before the police is beyond him.
Yes, it's beyond him, we know, and also we also know that most political solutions will make a lot of other things that within the
Natural,
Nigerian
how it functions.
Yes. They're like just 30 seconds.
Well, all we want is peace,
Yes.
security of lives and property, like he has rightly said. I don't think Natasha is just talking because she's after somebody. If the Senate President find it, it's like a father anyway. The Senate President can actually address this matter. Mr. President can even move into this matter. After he has moved into so many matters, he has called Wike and the Fubara because he wanted peace in Rivers. And this issue of Senate is not just a state matter; it's a national issue. I think the President this time around can also call both the IG, call the two senators, yes. And then
settle the issue.
And settle the matter. And then reinstall Natasha's security and stay
No,
away.
Not just only restore Natasha to her position. And by that one, all the paraphernalia of his office will be restored. To the Senate President, I think my two other colleagues are saying that the bow, the arrow, the machete, everything is in your hand. You can decide to shoot a lot of things. And you are the father of all. My colleague here normally say criticism are like tools. You say you pick them up, put them in your bag, and move on with them. And I think that's what you should do. You always be criticized as long as you said, I want to take a lead. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll be right back on News Insight.